So today we're going to cook some braised oxtail. So the oxtails come from Killinord, Dexter beef. So what we're going to do is going to braise it really slowly with some shallots, mushrooms, some spices, pork, red wine, chicken stock and veal stock. So you start off by just browning off the oxtail. So just get a nice hot pan. Lightly season your oxtail. So just start off in a little bit of oil, not too much. The pan's nice and hot. So we're just going to give this a bit of colour, get some flavour into that oxtail. So it's nice, looking for a nice even golden brown colour. Once you got a nice colour onto the oxtail, remove from the pan. So. Then we go in with our shallots. Just turn the heat down a little bit. We're just sweating them off in the same pan. Just a little bit of salt just to help break down the shallots. And then in with your button mushrooms. Spices in, tarragon, peppercorns. So next we're going to add the port and red wine. We're going to bring this down by a third now. Right, once the wine and the port's reduced, back in with the oxtail. And then we go in with chicken stock. And then we go in with some veal stock as well. Drop of water just to cover. So once it's back up to the boil, lid on, and then we go into the oven at 140 for about 6 hours to 8, depending on the size of the oxtail. So once the oxtail's cooked, what you're looking for is that it just falls off the bone like this. So this is our cooked stuff. So obviously we don't use that part, just watch out for some of the sinew. So what we do down now is we just break it down, not too fine pieces. So we just pick all this down, and what we're going to do is we're going to turn this into a boudin. So in the boudin we're going to have some onion marmalade, which we've confit down in lots of spices, a bit of port again, some red wine, sugar, and then we're going to mix that with the reserved oxtail stock. So all the stock that's left over from the oxtail, we pass through muslin, and then we reduce that down to a nice glaze, and that's just going to help us bind our oxtail. So again, not too big, not too small, not too big, just nice pieces. Don't be scared of a bit of a fat in there as well. So really the meat should just fall apart like it is now. Yeah. So we have our beef sauce, some onion marmalade. Good amount of onion marmalade in there, brings a bit of sweetness, and then just enough sauce to bind. Touch the seasoning. So you don't want it too dry, otherwise it's just going to be very dry when you reheat it. Just take a little bit more. And that's what you're looking for, a nice wet mix. And now we're ready to wrap into a boudin shape. So Take our cling film. Some of the mixture. So what we're doing now is trying to create a nice even sausage shape. Roll it up, give it a little pull, just squeeze any air out. Cut it off. And then we take 2 bits of cling film just to tie the end. Just to keep its shape. A little twist. So what you have is a nice firm boudin. So what we're going to do now is put that in the fridge, let it rest. For about six hours, let it firm up, nice and firm, and then we're going to roll it in bacon after that. So now it's rested in the fridge, what we're going to do is going to wrap it in some smoked Alsace bacon. So what we do is freeze the bacon, slice it really thinly on the meat slicer. So literally just take your oxtail, lay it on a sheet. Making sure that it's covered, just like that. Back into your cling film. And all we're going to do is roll it again nice and tight, squeezing any air out of it. So now what we do is we leave this in the fridge till service, and then we just cut a little piece off, about that big. What we do is we pan fry it on the plancha, and then just warm it up in a bit of beef remy, and then what we do is we serve it with a bit of, at the moment we serve it with peas, raw beans and girolles, which are bang in season at the moment. Now we portion our oxtail, nice piece like that. So what we do, dust it in flour, tap any excess off. Then what we do, we kill our cars straight onto the plancha. Give it a little move so it doesn't stick. Then we've got some beef sauce that we're going to glaze it in. Just give it a little turn, make sure it's not sticking. Nice golden brown, nice caramelisation. Same again, a little bit of oil. Stop it from sticking, just move it around. Again, nice golden brown. Into the oven. A couple of minutes just to warm through. And then we have some of the oxtail stock that we're going to glaze it in. So that's hot. Take it out of the oven. And then all we do for service is just give it a little glaze in some beef in the oxtail stock. Nice shine to it. And that's our braised oxtail, part of our beef dish. All good?